Okay, now this is the little make and take kit that I sent you, and I've pre-stamped all the bits, and I thought I would show you how I actually did them, and then you can see what I did, and I'll show you some other things that you can do with them as well. So this is the Stampin' Around system. You get a wheel and you get a handle, and you can get an ink cartridge that just sits in there. So the ink cartridge, when you use that, you'll get a never-ending ink. And what I always tell my ladies is, if you're finding that you're having problems in the afternoon watching Dr. Phil and Oprah and you don't have enough time with the kids, just give them each one of these with an ink cartridge in there, activate it so that the ink's running freely, and just tell them to go and have fun on the walls. And I promise you, you won't be disturbed for those 2 hours. But other than that, you can use the pad to ink and just check that you've got ink everywhere, and then you can just stand up. I hold it like that with my finger in the middle of the handle to keep it straight. You can stand up if you need to, start rolling off the card, and then just roll until you roll off the card on the other side. Okay, so that's like that, and then you can leave it just like that, or you can get your chalks with your blender pen and go around in color, or you can just get the white gel pen that we did with the pricking, and you can just use it like this to highlight certain areas where you've done your stamping. Okay, so that's one thing, that's one way to do it. You can see that section there. Okay, another way that you can do it is if you're struggling to get it straight, I'll just use the back. You can use our wheel guide, and that's a real help because you've got little rubber feet over here. It's in two parts. It clips together to make a T-square, but one of my girls has borrowed the other part, and you just put that down on the card, line it up with the lines, and then roll over it, and it's really, really easy. Okay, now the other thing that you can do, if you're using the dark card, you can actually roll with white, and I'm going to show you because you got the So Swirly wheel in your kit, and we're using one of the stamps from Illuminations, so I'm going to show you the actual wheel that goes with the Illumination stamp set, done in the white using the guide. Okay, so we just put that down, finger in the middle, and this is the small size wheel. There's two different sizes, and this is the small one, and there's that there. Isn't that exquisite? So you could even have a combination of the two on a card like that. I think that's very pretty. Now the last thing I'm going to show you, because I'm sure that at this stage, like all the other guests at parties, your head is ready to explode. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your purple down, your dark one down, that one over the top, that one like that, that like that, and then you're going to cut this C, and you're going to cut all the way around there, and then you're going to stick that at the top. And if you want to, you can rip these edges. And to do ripping, I make my fingers go in a zigzag so that I can get some of the undulations in the ripping, and I always rip down and towards myself like that, so that would go on top there. I'm not going to put that together, I'm going to leave some of the fun for you. But one thing I do want to show you with this stamp set is something really, really clever. Okay, this is the Illumination set, which has the 4 words, and this is fundamental phrases, and I'm going to show you how you can use these two together. What I'm doing is I'm using the marker to ink the stamp because you get a much more precise inking that way, and I'm inking the C, but I'm not inking the rest of the word, which is cherish. I'm not inking the rest of that, and then I'm going to go through and ink all these swirls with the marker. And again, make sure that you're using the side of the marker, not the tip, oh, I just inked it. So I have to clean that off very carefully because I don't want any of that word to stamp up. Okay, I did that on purpose. There we go, like that. And then we stamp that down and we just hold our breath and hope that it works. Like so. And then what we do is I'm taking the word celebrate from this set and I'm inking everything except the C in celebrate, and I think you can see where this is going. You can use the Stamp-A-Majig like we used in the second card, or you can just do a bit of a guess and just stamp it down like that. So that just gives you a different way to use possibly some of your little alphabets and even some of your word stamps.